Dear correspondent, Principal Mr. Pandian, Vice Principal Mr. Rajashekar, coordinators, teachers, my dear children, and the most important of all, our beloved parents. I'm so happy to see you all with such spirits. It's not easy to make investiture ceremony for primary children, because the biggest test is to make them come to the stage and speak. As was rightly told by the correspondent, every one of them passed with flying colors. Not a single person fumbled anywhere. And remarkably enough, I'm able to also see that their body language, right from the time when they start walking from the chair towards the stage, and then facing the dignitaries on the dais. Above all, the biggest hit, according to me, was every one of the speakers was able to adjust the mic themselves confidently, which I could not find even in the senior school. Every one of the leaders was able to adjust the mic well. I don't know whether they gave any special training in that, but even if a special training is done, it's remarkable, because usually I can imagine how a small child could feel when they come to the stage, particularly in such a big audience. It's not easy. So there is a very strong feeling of the grooming of large number of leaders in the Sunbeam Walaja community, right from the small blooming stage of primary. And when you think about your houses, I must tell you that every one of the houses which have been named here as the Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, and Netaji, every one of the house can be very proud about the name they possess. In fact, the parents would know, and the teachers would also know very well about the fact that all the four were entirely different personalities. It's only with the purpose that we named it like that. This Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, and Netaji, all the four are national heroes. In simple words, we can say that they fought for the freedom of India. All of them were freedom fighters. But then, every one of them had a different style, a different personality, background, culture, education, and more than everything, approach. So in the same way, I think there would be a lot of difference in the approaches between the houses. This Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, and Netaji, you would be competing with each other in several competitions, sports, games, and other acts. The leaders would guide the members of the houses to somehow get the win. But it should be clearly borne in mind, everybody should know that though you are four different houses, you belong to one clan, one community, one family called what? Say it loud. Yeah, that's very important. It actually coincides with the characteristic feature of those four leaders, though they fought and had different ideas for one cause. Finally, everybody fought for India. Here, you create talent, you nurture them, you support your able members, you encourage them, you serve them. You don't rule them. You don't command them. You support them. You sympathize with them. You're friendly with them. All the leaders sitting here would be, every one of us had their own speeches very well crafted, in which the core of the speech was servant leadership. To go to the member and support them, which is quite good. You should promise that you would be leaders who would be loved, appreciated, honored, liked, and wanted by all the members. So that will give you the maturity. And then you will become bigger leaders. One day, some of you will be sitting here, or rather, almost every one of you will be sitting here as the senior school leaders. But at the same time, there would be a lot of competition given by the members. You should remember that there would be a lot of other children who would want to come and sit like you, who would want to come and talk on the stage. I would be the happiest chairman if every one of the children sitting here can have the capacity to come to the stage and speak. That is the most fundamental talent any child requires in today's world. The ability to face an audience, not getting scared and jittery and shivery to stand in front of a mic, to speak fluently whatever they want, to have the confidence to remember things and deliver them forthwith in style. That is the basic requirement of school education today. All your science and math, environmental science and English and Tamil, Hindi and French, whatever you learn, they are all second to personality building, to character building, to wholesome personality development. And the first step towards personality development is being able to speak. So I have a special request to all the leaders of all the clubs and the houses to train your members to speak well. You tell your teachers to make your members orators who can express well. See, this arts club, this is the area where your talents, the latent talents, fine arts particularly, that of drawing, singing, dancing, music, playing the instruments, vocal, Western, classical, mix, folk, everything will come into play. Children, you must remember that God has given you some talent. Every human being that is created in this world is imbibed, filled with some talent. You cannot ask a fish to climb mountains. A fish can swim. So it's important for these clubs and these houses and these teachers and the school to locate what is hidden within a child. The exact talent of a child should be identified right at the primary school level so that we won't waste time doing things which are unnecessary. If you do one thing well, you become a master in it. Even a master chef is earning crores of rupees. A master chef means cook. Somebody who could be good in culinary arts, making food, recipes, inventing new dishes, making delicious food is considered to be a very, very valuable art in today's world. Let's see what you're going to make. Huge number of inventions could be made by all of you in the field of Master Chef Club. And nature, as is known to every one of you, we cannot survive without nature. And the capacity to appreciate nature, grow trees, enjoy looking at the butterflies and all the insects and animals, loving the natural things around. In fact, you are lucky to have such a beautiful campus. Huge campus with so much of natural settings and also infrastructural settings. You should be proud as a Sunbeamian to have one of the biggest libraries in the entire state of Tamil Nadu. How many of you are going to the library? There's a very special separate junior wing in the library filled with beautiful books. Thank you very much. Do you read books or do you just go and run there and slip on the floor there? Oh, you read. How many of you read books? Oh, that's great. If you can be like this, you would become future stars. Every one of you would be leaders. Every one of you would become rich. You will have money. You will have power. You will have influence. You will have a lot of people to admire you. You will become very eligible young Indians in the future. All that you have to do is read books. Books are the most precious things available for any child in the whole of the world. Somebody who lives for 80 years with all the drawn wisdom that they get in their lives, they note it down and make it into a book and give it to you in the form of just like a tablet, curing all your ailments, solving all your needs within a very short period of time. Within a week, within a month, you can read a book and get knowledge which is accumulated for more than centuries by our forefathers. So don't underestimate the value of books. And the same books are available in the Google also. They call it audio books. The same valuable stuff is available in YouTube also. YouTube can have a lot of valuable things. Only thing is, don't go for useless shorts and reels, which will waste your life and waste your time. Even if your parents are busy with shorts and reels, you advise them to come back to useful reading, useful listening, meaningful observations. So this investiture ceremony marks the beginning of a new era for the primary segment of Sunbeam International Walaja, where we promise to make several leaders from among yourselves, and you promise to me that you would stick to certain fundamental principles of learning, expertise, and playing. You have the best playgrounds. You are the only school with 400 meters track and all the grounds required. Now the new ground is coming up with a budget of more than 60 lakhs. The indoor shuttle court is being built behind the Wisdom Hall. It's construction of principles, construction of a future. So playgrounds are not just playgrounds. Playgrounds are the places where heroes and heroines are made. Okay, children, would you love playgrounds? How many of you go and play? How many of your parents are asking you not to play? Let me see. So there are so many bad parents. Tell your parents that you want to play and that you will play. Because if you don't play now, you will never play. Your parents can themselves play. They are all like younger than our children. Your parents can also play. You and your parents can play. Ask your parents to come sometimes to the school campus. We'll allow them to play, to walk, to jog, to do some yoga. This school is open for the parents' community also to take part in constructive activities. Please remember that. Though it's a little far away, it's one of the most resourceful campuses in Ranipet district, filled with charming things. In fact, several people come and tell me that Sunbeam Walaja is much more beautiful than Sunbeam Katpadi. There is a reason for that. Very simple. That is the truth. Sunbeam Walaja is much more beautiful than any other Sunbeam. So being the owners of that school, the parents have a responsibility and a right and an obligation to ask your children to make use of it to the best extent. My best wishes to all these wonderful leaders sitting here who performed so far excellently well, and I'm sure would also perform in the future 100% very, very well. Nothing should stop now. From today, your activities must begin. You must constantly probe the teachers and your coordinators and make them do things. If they are carried away in the academics and tests and corrections and progresses and all other examinations, you should tell them, ma'am, what about the club? Ma'am, what about the house competitions? There is an annual plan made well by the management, but then you as leaders should be the torch bearers keep an eye on the ongoing activities of all the clubs and all the IHAs. Make sure that every one of them becomes glorious, filled with competition and also love for each other. We wish you the very best, children. You are simply adorable, admirable. Thank you.